So whenever someone goes to your profile, essentially they'll see something like this. So I'm using this as an example. So I'm using my own LinkedIn profile so you can see how I've done it. So there's a few things here that stand out. The first thing, and probably the most important thing, statistics show that if you have a good professional photo on LinkedIn, this is the number one thing that will decide whether people want to talk to you or whether they want to connect with you. So make sure you have a good professional photo. Now, this isn't Facebook, so please don't put anything that you might put on Facebook. So, things of you maybe, I don't know, doing some sort of recreational activities, playing golf or whatever it is that you might be doing. If you're in a nice fancy car, try to keep LinkedIn professional and to the people that are on LinkedIn, which are business related people. So that's the first thing that you need to keep in mind. Now, if you haven't got a professional photo that you can use already, you might actually already have some other photos that you could use. So this doesn't have to be a professional photo in terms of where you go to a photographer and pay them to do some headshots of you. That's great, but you don't need to do that. You can see in my picture here, I haven't actually done that. All you need to do is have a picture where maybe you're in a suit or you're dressed professionally. And then what you can actually do is you can use Photoshop or different tools to actually crop your picture and just get your face basically in the picture. And that on its own, as long as it looks fairly professional, that will do, and that will still be better than a lot of the other stuff that's actually out there on LinkedIn. The second thing that you need to do is you need to optimize your title. So you can see here that where the arrow where it says say how you help people, this is what's called your LinkedIn job title, so, or your LinkedIn heading. Now, what most people do on LinkedIn, which is quite interesting, is that for this part of their LinkedIn profile, they might just put their job title and their company name. So they might put, that they're the director of company name, or they might put they're the CEO of their company name or founder of whatever it is. Now, that's great. That's better than nothing, but it's not really the best that you can do. Really, the heading is really important for a few reasons. The first thing is that the heading is one of the first things that people actually see straight after your profile picture. So it's important that in that heading, it gives them a reason for them to talk to you and a reason for them to actually check out the rest of your profile. So rather than focusing on what you do, focus on how you can actually help people. So you'll see in my profile, I've got that I help people find, trust, and buy from your business using social media. And then after that, I still have the job title, which is founder and CEO of Skyline Social. So you can still have the job title, but make sure you include how you can actually help people and what's the value you provide to people as well. So that's going to be incredibly important to get more people to actually look at your profile and to talk to you. Now, one of the other things that's worth keeping in mind for your heading in that part of LinkedIn is also making sure that you include certain keywords that are related to your business. So you'll see here that I've got social media and business because they're keywords that I want to target. So when people search for things in LinkedIn, say for example, they're searching for someone that does social media, or maybe they're even searching on Google. If you have these keywords in this section of your LinkedIn profile, it will help you rank higher on the LinkedIn search and even on Google search as well. So that's really important. The next thing, obviously, below that, you've got your location and what sort of industry you're in. So they're pretty straightforward things. And then obviously where you're currently working at. Now, the other important thing to keep in mind is your connections. So have a look at how many connections you have on your LinkedIn profile. And ideally, you want to get this to over 500 good quality connections. I still can't believe this. How many people still haven't filled in this contact info part on their LinkedIn profile? This is what allows people to actually contact you and reach out to you. So you want to make sure that you have your email, you want to make sure you have your phone number, and you want to make sure you have links to useful websites as well. So you can see here, we've not just put our company website, we've also put our Facebook page and we've put our blog. And this is really important because you just want to allow people to learn a bit more about who you are and what you do. And this enables them to reach out to you. Maybe they don't want to message you on LinkedIn. Maybe they want to have a look a bit more as to what are the things that you're doing. Then maybe they want to have a look at your other social media channels or your website or your blog. And this allows you to do all of that very easily within LinkedIn. Now, the other thing that's quite important, you see the arrow at the bottom, is that it's pointing to a URL. So you can see here it says uk.linkedin.com/AshleyDavis90, something along those lines. Now, have a look at your own LinkedIn profile, and again, make sure that you have your own unique LinkedIn URL. If you don't have your own LinkedIn URL, it will say something like linkedin.com/ and a load of gibberish, so lots of numbers and letters and things like that. So that makes it very hard for people to actually find you again. So make sure that you have your own unique URL on LinkedIn. And once you have that, you can very easily use this URL, your unique name, on your email signature, on your websites, on even your business card. So it's a really easy way to make it more accessible and easier for people to add you and find you on LinkedIn. So that's really important. The next thing that you need to do is you need to make sure that you have posts on your LinkedIn profile. So again, if you scroll down a bit more, if you don't see this, it's because you probably haven't got any posts at the moment. But if you do have posts on your LinkedIn profile, this is what can help you become an influencer in your industry. So we're going to show you how you can do that and how you can fill that out later on in the presentation. But for now, just keep that in mind that this is also another really important part of having a fully optimized LinkedIn profile. Now, if you scroll down again, you'll go to your summary page. Now, this really is a killer part of your LinkedIn profile. This is the bit that tells you who you are, what you do, and how you can actually help people. Now, we actually use a template in order to do this that has been proven to work really well, not just with us, but with many other LinkedIn profiles. So the way that we do it is we just use this format here. At the end, make sure that you have a call to action. So make sure that you have ways that people can contact you again. So you can see on ours, I have my LinkedIn, sorry, not my LinkedIn profile, my email address. I have the website, and I also have the phone number that people can use to call me directly. So just making it, again, just really easy and easy for people to actually contact you, reach out to you. And it also helps build up trust as well, because there's lots of different ways that they can actually contact you and reach out to you. You seem more like a legitimate person that they can actually do business with. So again, this is really important to make sure it's optimized. Now, if you need help with this, you can literally just go to my LinkedIn profile and copy the text that I've already got here. And then instead of where it says what we do and why it works, instead of the answers that I've put, just put your own answers in terms of what you do, why it works, and what makes you different. So you can use the template that I have on my own LinkedIn profile. You can copy and paste it, and you can use it on your own profile as well, obviously just changing the text so that it matches what you do as well. So again, that summary is going to be crucial to make sure that people actually trust you and they actually want to connect with you and actually want to do business with you. So have a look at your summary on LinkedIn and make sure that it's something that's short, simple, it builds trust, and it has a call to action as well. So the next thing that you can do, just again below your summary, is you can actually include rich media. So what rich media means is that you can link to other websites or pages on your website that help build up trust in what you do. So you'll see that we've decided to use this area of our website to include 2 case studies with some of our clients. Again, it's just building up trust that we're good at what we do, and then we can actually help the businesses we work with. So again, if you have any case studies on your website, it doesn't have to be case studies. If you don't have case studies on your website, maybe you have a blog post that shows how what you do can provide value to people, or maybe it's just a link to your website in the first place. Just make sure you make the most of this and include media or rich media or web pages or links to articles about what you do. Now, again, this doesn't have to be on your website as well. It can also be maybe a presentation that you've done before. It can maybe be a video, but whatever it is, make sure you have something that, again, helps build up trust in what you do and how you can actually help people. Now, again, if you scroll down a bit more, you'll get to the part where you can find out a bit more about the experiences that you have in terms of your work experience. So the first thing that should show up is the company that you're currently working at. Now, again, make sure that this is actually filled out, and also make sure that when you actually have your company page here, that there's a nice logo, that there's actually a description about what you do, and again, don't just leave it blank. And when you're describing about what you do, try to explain to people how you actually help people and how you provide value. So remember, it's not about you, it's about how you can help people, what's in it for the other people that actually go to your profile, so that they can actually, again, it all comes down to trust. This whole thing of making your LinkedIn profile look great really just comes down to building up trust in the people that go to your profile, so that everything else you do after this, you can actually start to get results from it as well. So if you look down just at the bottom there, you'll see that it says recommendations. There's the recommendation section. Now, there's two things that you can do on LinkedIn to build credibility. There's endorsements and there's recommendations. Now, we're going to talk a bit more about endorsements in the next slide, or actually I can show you here now. So endorsements essentially are the skill set that you say that you have on your LinkedIn profile. So LinkedIn allow you to choose what kind of skills that you have. And then once you've selected to LinkedIn what kind of skills that you have or what you want to be known as, it allows other people that go to your profile to endorse you for those skills. Now, the problem with endorsements is that anyone can endorse anyone for anything. So in my opinion, I don't always really look at endorsements when I want to look at if I want to do business with someone. So endorsements, it's good. It's not a bad thing. It's good because it still shows what you're an expert at and it allows you to say what you want to specialize in. However, the most important thing, more important than endorsements really, is actually the recommendations section, because the recommendations section is testimonials that haven't just been copied and pasted somewhere. They're actually real testimonials from real people, because people can actually click on their name and go to their profile and they can actually see that this is a real person who has left this testimonial. So there's not really anything else like this or any other social media channel where you can do these kind of testimonials. So it's incredibly important that you speak to your clients or anyone that you've worked with before to make sure that they actually leave you a testimonial, so that you can actually build trust in what you do as a business. So that's really important. Now, after that, you can also scroll down a bit more, and you'll also be able to follow different influencers and people who are in your industry, people that you like in business that you think will be good to know or be connected to in some way or another. Again, this isn't hugely important, but it's another way to make sure that you've completely optimized your profile. So just think of anyone that would be good to know in your industry and make sure that you're following them as well.